How to use psychological tricks to make your woman come back. Have you ever watched her walk away, your heart sinking with each step? What if you could turn the tables and draw her back? This isn't about grand gestures or empty promises. It's about mastering the subtle art of rekindling romance. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of attraction, unlocking secrets that speak directly to her heart and mind. We'll explore proven strategies that go beyond surface-level charm, tapping into powerful emotional and intellectual cues. Whether you're looking to revive a fading spark or ignite a lasting flame, this episode is your roadmap to becoming irresistible. Get ready to transform your approach to love and relationships. Before we begin Lesson 1, let's take a moment for a quick survey. Have you ever felt your relationship grow stronger after giving your partner space when they requested it? A. Comment: yes, if you have, and giving space has strengthened your connection. B. Comment: no, if you haven't done this yet. Number 1. Giving her space. I get it. It's pretty risky. Will she ever come back if you do this? And the answer is probably. Girls hate space. Honestly, I'd put my hand up for this. She will say things like, "Just go away, I need some space." And she would then be mortified when the guy actually does that. Navigating the delicate balance of giving her space can feel like walking a tightrope. On one side, there's the fear that distance might lead to a permanent split. On the other, there's the understanding that space can actually strengthen a relationship, making the heart grow fonder. Firstly, it's crucial to understand the psychological principle behind space in relationships. When you give someone space, you're not stepping away. You're actually fostering an environment where independence and personal growth can flourish. For many, especially after expressing a need for space, the initial reaction to actual solitude can be discomfort. This reaction is rooted in our basic human need for connection. Even when someone explicitly asks for space, it doesn't necessarily mean they want complete disconnection. This is where the subtlety of giving space comes into play. It's about being emotionally available without being physically overbearing. You're present in a way that respects her boundaries, yet reassures her of your commitment. Moreover, giving space can dramatically enhance the quality of interactions when you do come back together. It's like pressing the refresh button on a sluggish computer. Suddenly, everything runs smoother and faster. When both partners have had the time to miss each other, they tend to focus more on the positives, making conversations more engaging and interactions more appreciated. When you do give space, do it with confidence. Don't play it as a game of emotional chess, waiting for her to make a move out of desperation. Instead, see it as an act of emotional generosity. You're giving her something she asked for, trusting that the space you provide will be the breathing room your relationship needs to continue growing. In practice, if she's a bit distant, resist the urge to fill every silence or bridge every gap. Allow her to initiate contact. This shows respect for her pace and her needs. It can be tempting to jump back in at the first sign of her missing you, but patience here is key. Let the reunion be something that she walks into willingly, not something she feels coaxed or cornered into. Giving space, when done right, is not about creating distance, but about cultivating a mature, healthy dynamic where both partners feel they can breathe, grow, and still choose each other. Remember, true connection isn't about being inseparable. It's about being separated, and nothing changes. Number 2. Evoking jealousy. One of the most potent psychological triggers in relationships is jealousy. It's a complex emotion that can drive people to reconsider their decisions and actions concerning their romantic interests. In the strategic realm of rekindling a lost relationship, evoking jealousy can be a pivotal move. It's about subtly reminding your ex of your value and what they're missing, which can spark a desire to come back. The psychology behind jealousy is deeply rooted in possessiveness and the fear of loss. When a woman sees a man she once had deep feelings for, now garnering attention from others, or seemingly happy in the company of someone new, it can trigger a sense of jealousy. This isn't just about making her feel envious for the sake of it, but about highlighting your desirability and worth. It's a reminder that you are a catch and that her decision to leave might have been premature. To effectively stimulate jealousy, you need to be tactical. It's not about flaunting new relationships explicitly, but rather about creating an aura of success and contentment around yourself. For instance, when she sees or hears about you being out and having fun, looking good, or advancing in your career, it naturally makes her question whether she walked away from a good thing. Moreover, if she reaches out to you, showing a controlled aloofness can heighten her interest. For example, if she wants to meet instead of jumping at the opportunity, you could respond with, "I have plans with friends that day, but I'll try to make it if I can." This response is not a direct rejection, but shows that you are not overly eager or available. You're living a fulfilling life, which in turn makes the time she does spend with you seem more valuable. However, it's crucial to handle this strategy with care. The goal is to evoke just enough jealousy to make her reconsider her decision without pushing her further away by making her feel replaced or undervalued. Remember, the underlying aim is to reignite an interest and pave the way for reconciliation, not to foster bitterness or resentment. In conclusion, evoking jealousy is a delicate but effective strategy when trying to get a woman to come back. It leverages a basic human emotion to remind her of your worth and the good times you shared, potentially leading her to question her decision to leave. Used wisely, it can be a powerful catalyst in rekindling a relationship, but always remember that the best outcomes are those that come from genuine connections and mutual respect. Before diving into Lesson 3, take a quick break and make sure to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Number 3. Psychological resistance. Using reverse psychology to rekindle interest is a nuanced technique that hinges on human nature's fundamental desire for autonomy and decision-making. When applied thoughtfully in relationships, this method can provoke a reconsideration of one's feelings and choices, particularly in the complex dance of romantic reconnections. This strategy involves suggesting to your ex that perhaps you weren't the best match for her, thereby indirectly stating that she could do better. For example, by remarking, "I was never really the right person for you, go find someone who truly excites and cares for you," you subtly challenge her current perception and decision-making regarding the relationship. This approach can ignite a need within her to prove her autonomy and perhaps contradict your assertion by showing that choosing to be with you is indeed what she wants. The effectiveness of this strategy lies in its ability to tap into the human psyche's contrarian impulse, similar to telling a child, "No, you don't want vanilla ice cream, it doesn't taste good, you should try the chocolate instead." Often, the immediate response is a desire to challenge the directive and assert one's own choice, even if vanilla was not initially the preference. This form of reverse psychology is a classic tactic that can lead to several outcomes. Firstly, it can make your ex reflect on the qualities of the relationship and your compatibility more deeply, potentially seeing things in a new light. Secondly, it can induce a psychological reaction to reclaim the perceived loss of control over her decisions, especially if she feels challenged by your suggestion that she could do better. However, it is crucial to approach this method with caution and respect. The goal is to encourage reflection and reconsideration, not to manipulate or coerce. When handled improperly, it can lead to resentment or a strengthening of her resolve to move on. Therefore, while this technique can be effective, it should be used sparingly and always with the underlying intention of fostering genuine dialogue and understanding. Ultimately, implying that she can do better should be about helping her see the value in your relationship through her own reassessment, not about playing games. It's about sparking a thought process that leads her to independently conclude that the relationship might indeed be worth another shot. The key is to maintain sincerity and integrity, ensuring that any moves towards reconciliation are built on a foundation of mutual respect and genuine affection. Number 4. Fear of loss. Imagine if Cinderella decided not to drop her glass slipper. Would Prince Charming ever have realized what he was missing? Like a well-played chess move, showing that life without her is not only bearable but flourishing, can be a checkmate in the game of love. By demonstrating that you're the main character in your life story, thriving and admired by others, you invoke a powerful realization: she might just lose someone truly exceptional. Let's paint a picture. You're out there, living your best life. You're at charity events. You're the toast of your social circle. Your career is on an upswing. All eyes on you. Your social media? A gallery of adventures and achievements. Here's the kicker. You're not just showing off, you're genuinely building a life that anyone, including her, would regret not being part of. You've become the lead actor in a blockbuster life that everyone wants a ticket to. It's not about making her green with envy, but about turning the spotlight on how valuable and desirable you are. It's showing, not telling. Think of it as being the guy who's got VIP passes to every exclusive event. Suddenly, everyone's interested, right? Your aim is to weave a narrative so compelling that she starts to question her exit strategy. Did she leave too soon? What incredible episodes will she miss out on? To master this, you don't need to be James Bond, but you do need to channel some of his charisma and mystery. Be the man who's booked and busy, whose time is a precious commodity. When she calls and you say, "I'd love to catch up, but I've got this incredible event I can't miss," you're subtly hinting that your world is vibrant, full of opportunities and, importantly, other admirers. But here's the twist. You must keep it classy and respectful. This isn't about playing games or emotional manipulation. It's about letting her see the natural consequences of her decision through the lens of your fulfilled life. It's about being so good they can't ignore you. In essence, let your life do the talking. Be so good, so involved, so irreplaceably vibrant that the fear of loss becomes not just a whisper but a roar in her mind. Remember, people cherish tickets to a sold-out show. Make sure she sees that life with you is just that, a show not to be missed. Number 5. Rekindling past connections. Ever wonder if your romantic sequel could be as heartwarming as the comeback of vinyl records? It's time to dust off those old records and play the soundtrack of your shared past, tuning into the hits, not the misses, of your relationship. Bringing up those golden memories might just be the ticket to a successful encore. Picture this. You two, laughing until your sides hurt under the starlit sky of your first camping trip, or the time you both tried, and spectacularly failed, to bake a souffle. These aren't just memories. They're the private jokes of your relationship. Mentioning these moments acts like your greatest hits album, reminding her of the unique melodies you created together. It's about hitting the play button on those laugh-out-loud moments and feeling the warmth of familiar tunes. Now, don't just skim through the playlist. Dive deep into those blockbuster adventures and epic laugh fests. Talk about that spontaneous road trip where you discovered a town out of a storybook, or those challenge-accepted moments when you both ran your first 5 kilometer. These stories are your crowd pleasers, showing her that the best parts of your show are worth a rerun. People appreciate growth and maturity. Show her that the time apart has made you a better, more insightful person. Perhaps you've picked up new skills, developed new hobbies, or simply grown more emotionally mature. Letting her know that you've evolved demonstrates your awareness of past issues and your commitment to personal improvement. This reassurance can be crucial for her willingness to reconsider things, as it alleviates fears of falling back into old patterns. None of the above strategies will be effective without sincerity. Your attempts to reconnect must come from a place of genuine interest and care, not just a desire to win her back for the sake of it. Communicate openly about your feelings, regrets, and hopes for the future. Sincerity in your words and actions will convey that your interest in rekindling the relationship is honest and deep. Rekindling past connections is about more than just reigniting old feelings. It's about creating a new path forward that honors the best parts of your past and the growth you've achieved separately. It's about showing her that the narrative you once shared still holds unfinished chapters that might be worth exploring together. With patience, reflection, and heartfelt communication, the past you cherished can pave the way for a new beginning. Number 6. Be friends with her friends. Girls often seek the opinions of their friends and family when it comes to relationships. It's commonly said that if you can win over her friends and family, you're already 50% of the way to earning her approval. If a girl is being slightly distant from you, becoming friends with her friends can bring her closer. She will love that you are making an effort, and it will also make her interested in you. Imagine stepping into a party where everyone's a familiar face to her but new to you. Instead of sticking to her side like a postage stamp, venture out. Engage her friends in a light, humorous conversation. Think of yourself as the friendly new neighbor everyone is curious about. It's about making connections that could form a fan club, not just for her, but for Team You plus her. It's these little interactions that show her friends the cool guy she's always talking about. And remember, puns can be your best friend here. Nothing breaks the ice like a little well-done humor at a barbecue. Let's clear this up. Being in the friend zone isn't always a bad thing, especially when it's her friends we're talking about. Show that you value their opinions and enjoy their company. It's like getting good reviews on Yelp. It builds your credibility. But here's the kicker. Keep it classy. You're aiming to be the guest star everyone loves, not the main character in a soap opera. The truth is, when you're not around, her friends are probably going to talk about you. Make sure what they're saying could make headlines for all the right reasons. Be the guy they root for in her love story, the hero who deserves a sequel, not a cliffhanger. When the two of you have an argument, reaching out to her closest friends and family can be a very effective method. You can find out how she's doing, whether she's still angry or has calmed down, and assess the likelihood of a successful reconciliation if you approach her again. Her friends might even serve as a bridge to help mend your relationship. So, after you've schmoozed and charmed, when she comes back with those drinks, you might find her slipping her hand in yours a little more firmly, staking her claim. It's her way of saying, "Yep, he's with me." And while she knows her friends wouldn't dream of stealing you away, it's that instinctual, playful protectiveness that says you've done something right. In conclusion, integrating into her social network isn't just playing it smart, it's playing it right. It strengthens bonds, creates shared experiences, and hey, who doesn't want a partner who can be the life of the party and the soulmate? So next time you're mingling with her friends, remember, you're not just building bridges, you're launching a full-scale charm offensive. Number 7. Be unpredictable. If you're pondering how to spark a reconnection with your ex, embracing the art of unpredictability might just be your secret weapon. Picture this. Your relationship has a favorite book that she thinks she knows by heart. Now imagine introducing an unexpected chapter that captivates her anew, making her question what she thought she knew and eager to read more. Say goodbye to the old routines that might have painted your past relationship in a predictable hue. Instead of replaying the greatest hits, why not surprise her with something completely different? For instance, if your dates had become as predictable as Tuesday tacos, shake things up. Invite her to a midnight market, an impromptu dance class, or a spontaneous road trip to a mysterious destination. These fresh experiences disrupt the mundane narrative and show her a new side of you that she hasn't yet discovered. Unpredictability isn't just about what you do, but also how you engage. If she's used to certain reactions from you during discussions, change the script. Approach sensitive topics with a new level of depth or understanding, or bring up subjects you've never discussed before. This shows her that you're not only different, but that you've grown. It's like showing her a preview of a new season in what she might have thought was a concluded series. While you're reaching out and re-engaging with her, keep a bit of mystique about your own life. Let her know you're pursuing new interests or have picked up new hobbies since your split. This not only makes you more appealing, but also subtly hints that there's much about your new life she has yet to discover. It's intriguing and invites her to want to be part of your evolving story. Even as you seek to win her back, balancing how often you reach out is key. Too much contact can seem desperate, but sprinkling your interactions with unexpected messages or calls can spark curiosity and anticipation. Let her wonder when she'll hear from you next, and make each interaction count by being engaging, upbeat, and interesting. By strategically using unpredictability, you transform from a known entity into a thrilling mystery she is compelled to solve. It's about reminding her that the story of us has more twists and turns, potentially leading to a new and exciting plotline together. Just like a book she can't put down, becoming an engaging, evolving presence in her life can reignite her interest and maybe, just maybe, turn the page back to a chapter where you both star. Interesting, isn't it? What impressed you the most from the points mentioned? But don't switch channels just yet, because we still have something that will amaze you. We'll keep surprising you right up until the very last moments of this video. Number 8. Direct approach. When the goal is to rekindle a past flame, sometimes the most effective strategy is the direct approach. No frills, no detours, just heartfelt, straightforward communication. It's about reaching out with sincerity and a clear intent, much like pressing the reset button with awareness and maturity. Don't hide behind vague texts or social media interactions. Instead, pick up the phone or send a personal message. Start with something simple and sincere. You might say, "I've been thinking about our time together and would love to catch up. Are you open to that?" This directness shows confidence and respect for both her and the relationship you once shared. It's crucial to confront the elephant in the room, the reasons behind your breakup. By addressing these issues openly, you show that you're not only aware of what went wrong, but are also taking responsibility where needed. This could be as straightforward as saying, "I've had time to think about how things ended between us and I realize where I could have been better. I'm sorry for the pain caused." This kind of honesty can set a solid foundation for whatever comes next. Let's plan a meetup. Suggest a neutral yet meaningful setting for your meetup. Maybe it's the coffee shop where you had your first date, or a park where you spent many lazy Sunday afternoons. Returning to these places can help strip away the layers of the time spent apart, bringing you back to where it all felt right. Say, "How about we meet there? It always had a special vibe for us." Clarity is king. Let her know why you're reaching out. Whether it's for closure, reconciliation, or simply to apologize and clear the air, being upfront can prevent misunderstandings. You could frame it like, "I want to meet because I value what we had and think we could at least be great friends, if not more. I just wanted to be honest about my feelings." When you do meet, focus on listening more than speaking. This shows that you're not just there to express your feelings, but are also interested in hers. Active listening can demonstrate your growth and readiness to engage with her genuinely, not just relive the past. Finally, be ready to accept her response, whatever it may be. Respect her boundaries. If she isn't interested in rekindling anything, respect her decision and thank her for her honesty. Expressing, "I appreciate you meeting me and sharing how you feel, and I'll respect your wishes," underlines your maturity and respect for her autonomy. Using the direct approach in rekindling a past connection shows maturity, respect, and a genuine desire for resolution or renewal. It strips away the games and uncertainties, focusing instead on building a bridge, whether to cross back to each other or to move on with mutual respect. Number 9. Persistence that wins her over. Winning back a heart isn't about grand gestures performed once in a blue moon. It's about the slow, steady warmth of a sunrise, consistent and gentle. If you're aiming to soften her heart and rekindle what once was, consider persistence not as mere repetition, but as a demonstration of sincere commitment. Consistency is your secret weapon. Like a gardener tending to a favorite plant, regularly check in on her, send thoughtful messages, and express genuine interest in her well-being. This isn't about smothering her with attention, but showing that your care isn't seasonal. It's perennial. Over time, these consistent actions can turn frosty memories into warm thoughts of what might be again. Never underestimate the power of a small, thoughtful gesture. Whether it's a handwritten note slipped into her favorite book you return, or a playlist of songs that soundtrack your happiest days together, these tokens of affection are like soft whispers from the past, reminding her of joyful moments shared. Patience is key. Patience is not simply waiting, it's maintaining grace in the pause. Understand that rekindling feelings and repairing trust takes time. Display patience not just through words but through actions. Let her see that you're not in a rush. that your interest in her isn't tied to timelines or expectations. Actions speak louder than promises. Let her see the ways you've grown since you were last together. Maybe you've tackled old bad habits or developed new, positive ones. This visible change can be incredibly persuasive, showing her that your journey apart has prepared you for a better journey together. Support her when she's facing challenges, without any expectations of reciprocation. Being a reliable presence during tough times can demonstrate your commitment and care beyond romantic interests. While persistence is key, respecting her space is crucial. This shows that your attention is not about possession, but about genuine connection. Find that delicate balance between being present in her life and giving her the room to breathe and miss you. If past mistakes are part of the landscape, address them with genuine apologies. Acknowledge what went wrong and express your regret in a way that feels meaningful. Apologies can bridge divides, mend old wounds, and show maturity. Occasionally, suggest doing something that you both loved in the past. Whether it's visiting that quaint coffee shop downtown or taking a hike where you once watched a meteor shower, revisiting these happy places can reignite old sparks. Through these persistent yet respectful efforts, you can gently remind her of the deep connections you once shared. Each step, taken with intention and care, can help weave a new tapestry from old threads, possibly leading to a renewed relationship built on a deeper, more mature foundation. And there you have it, gentlemen, your masterclass on using psychological tricks to not just make her consider coming back, but to create a connection that's deeper and more resilient than ever before. Remember, it's not about manipulation. It's about understanding her desires and fulfilling them in a way that resonates with her heart and mind. We've covered everything from sparking her curiosity with unpredictability to rekindling old flames by engaging with her social circle. The key is consistency, respect, and genuine growth, qualities that transform you into the partner she's truly seeking. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content that turns the art of attraction into an exact science. Share this video with friends who might also benefit from these strategies, and drop a comment below to let us know which technique you're planning to try first. Remember, in the game of love, being informed is your greatest advantage. Thanks for watching, and here's to your success in winning her back.